Hello, welcome to this reading. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Use your discernment. When I was getting ready to start this reading, I was very drawn to this. It's almost like a sun catcher in the window with a moth butterfly on it. So something to do with transformation. And the first card that comes out here, for whoever this message is for, this is the Singer of Transfiguration. So this talks about transformation, transcendence, metamorphosis. This card talks about passing through some sort of initiation and reflecting on the transformation within ourselves. Things are changing, and this is a good thing. So somebody has been noticing all the changes. And hold on one second, my dog is gruffing at something. Okay, so this transformation, this can signify joy and success after a time of struggle, a new way of life that's being integrated with a sense of inner peace that is growing, this feeling that the struggle has all been worth it. Time to feel proud of past achievements and prepare for the next step with a level of confidence and joy. And with the second card here coming out is Sylvanus. So Sylvanus really talks about truth and clarity, removing the masks. Where is it? There you go. You can see there's like a mask being lifted. So a transformation of ourself, a transformation to our truest self. Figuring out where are the masks that we're wearing, how can we become more of ourselves, our true self. Not the one that lives based on fear, not the one that makes excuses. Somebody's really done a lot of inner work and transformed to be able to be their truest self, the one that they want to be, the one that they want to live up to be. This could have been experienced as almost like a stripping away of everything that we are not, so that we can be left with the most true, deepest parts of ourselves, the unchanging aspects of ourselves. Somebody here is really starting to see themselves in a new way. This can also be an integration of finding the part of the self that is needed at this time based on what it is that we are experiencing in the outer world. So it's more of an inner transformation. It's almost a realization of the parts of the self that may have been covered, may have been hidden or suppressed, or some parts of ourselves we may have been afraid to look at. There's something within the collective I'm speaking to, this is like epic reveal, which is also transforming how we see ourselves and also how we show up in the world. Even with the sword here symbolizing truth and mental clarity, and the star here, so it is going to be a new insight, a new clarity that gives us hope and gives us guidance. sometimes people have a sense of dread when they start uncovering themselves because we are assuming the worst. But more often than not, when we can peel back the layers of self, when we can actually get curious of all the different aspects of self, what you can find beneath the fear, what you can find beneath the sadness and anger is usually a part of yourself that is very precious to you. You can find a lot of strength. You can find a lot of healing and wisdom beyond those layers that are hard to get to. And somebody here, I think, is already, the collective I'm speaking to, this is somebody who is already at least begun, if not well into the journey, or, possibly already feeling like they've revealed their true self. This message is for somebody who's seeing a side of themselves or parts of themselves that they're now able to integrate and understand and learn the lessons from. So with this transformation and this new clarity in the self, this is the undressing of the salad. So this is where, we take apart all the little different pieces so we can look at all the little pieces individually. This is where we decide what things we want to keep, what things we want to change. We start to understand how everything, all the little different parts come together to create the whole. There's a little bit of a balancing act going on here. And this makes sense with, that's kind of what happens when you start to transform and become more aware of the hidden parts of self. You start to see these pieces that, maybe if you're just looking at the whole picture, it's hard to see all the individual little aspects that are making up this picture. So now this is the opportunity to start to look at each individual part, to start to reassess. Things are changing, new things may be coming in, some things we may have outgrown, some things that we may have forgotten is something that we realize is still of value to us. Some things may be feeling a little bit unpredictable and up in the air, so just remember to stay grounded, stay centered. You can feel a lot of change coming in. Obviously, with this transformation and this new clarity, change is almost inevitable. And this is all about believing in the impossible and creating a balance. And of course, at times, it's inevitable to feel out of balance and to feel like there's a lot going on, trying to make sense of all these different parts. And I think that's the challenge here, is with all this new information and with all these changes and new truths and clarity coming about, we're starting to see a lot more, and now it's up to us to figure out, what do we do with this? Where do we go from here? What do we want to keep with us? What do we want to leave behind? My dog is really huffing and puffing at the door right now. I don't know if it's because the window is open, but some of you may be feeling a little bit defensive, protective over your space, your physical space or your inner spaces right now. And I think that's pretty normal when you're going through a lot of transition and new realizations. When you're going through this big transformation of self and you're realizing a lot of new things, that can be you know, you can feel a little bit vulnerable. You might want to be a little bit, you know, feel guarded or be protective about this internal process. And I think, you know, that makes sense because depending on the outside influences, if they're good or bad, it's a very precious thing that is going on right now, this transformation of the inner space. So my dog's name is Anubis, so thanks Anubis for that little insight. And now he's calm again. So let's see here. Get some tarot. Queen of Voices. So this is the Queen of Swords. So again, definitely learning to speak your truth. Even when it's hard, a focus on truth and clarity. And even if this isn't so much speaking your truth, this can also be an unshared truth, an unshared clarity, like an inner knowing. This is about gaining that wisdom, becoming very strategic in how you come to your own conclusions. This is being able to see clearly through all illusions, tapping into your own inner wisdom and guidance. This is a clear intensity that can cut right through to the truth, or to the heart of the matter. This is about, you know, having a level of being clever and insight. No matter what is going on around you at this time, stay focused on that truth. Stay focused on your own integrity. Stay focused on what you know to be true, and stay dedicated to that truth that you are seeking, and that truth that you are already finding, and that truth that you are now feeling confident in, your own inner truth. So we have the Six of Materials, which is the Six of Pentagrams. So this card is really speaking to me about somebody in the past who may have felt like they were receiving a lot of external guidance, receiving a lot of outside ideas, different mindsets. And a lot of the times people, even if they mean to help us, it may not necessarily be what it is that we're looking for, what it is that we need. It might not necessarily be what's in alignment with our own truth and our own authenticity. So in the past here, the exchange that we've had with others may not have been necessarily helping in our search for the truth. And for others here, I'm feeling that there may have been some sort of an exchange or something from outside that actually helped spark this quest, this transformation, this search for the inner truth. This can also translate for some people here as in the past feeling like you don't have enough within you, and you're learning now to see just how valuable your own insights and your own intuition and your own truth can be, and you're stepping into the power of your own clear knowing, and not so much depending on others around you for support, not depending on things around you to tell you how to think or who to be. You know, the Queen of Swords doesn't let anybody else tell her what's what. It's a very, oh, where's the camera? That's a very confident looking person there, right? Beautiful. So this is leading us into the Eight of Inspiration. This is the Eight of Wands. This is movement. This is things happening quickly. And again, with the undressing of the salad, this is again a lot of change. Things happening quickly, things shifting, having this new sense of clarity that can propel us into the future. Someone here may be feeling like they're on the brink of a breakthrough, just right on the edge of like a light bulb moment, an aha moment, some inspiration, something's about to click that can be the fuel to motivate you and drive you forward. There may be a little bit of black and white thinking that's holding you back. Sometimes not labeling things as good or bad can help. Sometimes seeing things in less of a dualistic mindset can help, focusing on this, like, these new realized passions, letting that be what motivates you. This is giving me very much like Mars energy here, so things that make you feel passionate and inspired, things that make you want to, you know, what is it that you stand for in your life? What is it that you'd fight for? What is it that makes you feel alive? What is this new truth that you're seeing? There's a new sense of clarity that is going to help propel somebody into the future. Big changes, more momentum coming. And sometimes you don't even need all the answers. As long as you have, once you've experienced this transformation that brings you into this clarity and this truth, this knowing within yourself, it makes it easier to know where you're going. It makes it easier to know how you're going to get there, or at least gives you that motivation to begin. Even when not everything makes sense, you know enough and you've seen enough, and that can lead you into this forward momentum. So also here it's a balance of taking something seriously, but not too seriously that it begins to make you feel heavy and weighed down. So truth is here, an inner sense of knowing and clarity is here for you so that it can help you feel like you're free to keep moving, like you're free, like you see this new direction, this clear direction. And it's something that can be personal to you. Not everybody else has to understand. Wow, that one jumped out. Beautiful. For our closing message here to tie this all up, we have the Horseman, Herald of Change. It's perfect. It's almost getting close to the Lunar New Year, and this is the year of the horse. So movement, change, a sense of direction. This card also speaks about the good news. So this new realization, seeing, focusing also on what is possible, focusing also on the beautiful things, even if other people don't see it, even if it seems impossible or impractical. It's not about blind optimism, but reminding yourself that you have the clarity and you have the sense of direction that you need to begin moving, to begin this change, to begin this journey. Somebody might be thinking of traveling. This is about a new and better direction. This is waking up from feeling asleep and feeling like we're back in action, ready to move. We know who we are, we know what we want, we know where we're going, and all it takes is knowing that first step. This is definitely a good news reading. There may have been, a lot of pain and stuff to transform and transmute, and somebody is coming into a sense of clarity now, where they're beginning to see all the little pieces and see what it is that is going to help them move forward, seeing the things that you can let go. And the sense of clarity is going to bring somebody into a place of momentum, into a place of movement, into a place of determination based on this newly discovered truth that is very dear to your heart. So this is really beautiful energy. I think I'm gonna leave this one here. So for anybody listening, still thank you for your time and energy, and feel free to like and comment, let me know what you think, and much love to you all. Until next time.